Hello, welcome to Bolomotori's Paint Club. I am joined as ever by the mighty Badger.
Greetings, good sir.
Hello. How are you today? I've just realised there's a purple bar at the top, which I will turn on.
I am perfectly fine. Now, if you had had a check of your Discord before,
oh, yes.
A certain Snooglyphin has mentioned that if there is a space, he can join.
Oh, absolutely, he certainly can.
But indeed, I am.
Let him know, join away, because I can't actually talk to him whilst I'm in this mode.
Can do.
Anyway, so whilst we wait for Mr. Snooglyphin to come along, and I will immediately switch to the free people thing. What are you painting today, Mr. Badger?
I will be attempting to finish off my Drukhari Scourges as best as I can.
Very nice.
I will be doing Angry Birdmen.
And I will be doing Angry Goatmen. I'm going to be finishing my Tau. Let's collect Tau. Start collecting Tau, is it? Box set.
Yes.
And I will be painting this bad boy here, the Ethereal, the Commander, basically. Very small sprue. Oh, there is a base for it in my box, which is right here, so you got to see white. There you go, base. So that's what we're doing today. Is Mr. Phil coming?
I hope so. I did send him a massage. So he should be at some point appearing.
Yes, he should. Anyway, whilst we wait for him, let us begin the painting. Right, so I'm looking at the colour scheme on Mya, and then I'm looking at my colour scheme on Mya. I'm going to try and do this. Oh, hello, Mr. Phil. Whoop. Haha.
Victory.
How are you there, sir?
I'm just fine, thank you. How are you, lads?
Well, I'm alright. You're a bit quiet. I can boost you in Discord if you need me to.
You might need to, yeah. Oops.
It's all going everywhere.
There we go. You should be fine now. What will you be painting, good sir?
Sister of Battle.
Sisters of Battle. It was either that or orcs. Have you got many orcs to paint at the minute?
Got shitloads. I mean, a lot.
An orc collector is never done. So anyway, here we are. Just trying to check that the classical music is actually on. Yeah, there you go. I can just about hear it now. If I have it on more volume than this, the whole video gets content ID'd to shit, so...
Yep.
It's just some background noise in case we end up being silent for any moment. So anyway, how's your week been? I will start with Phil. How's your week been, sir?
Me?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
You kind of partially cut out, so all we heard is, we'll start with...
Start with Phil. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine, thanks. My week has been...
There's a reason why it's cut out, by the way. I haven't got my mic on. Like a lemon. So yeah, you've been just fine. That's good. Oh, shit. Little fuzzy thing came off. I'm just going to mute myself while this happens. How are you, Badger?
Yeah, pretty decent, actually. Very, very tired. I've had reasonable amount of... Well, I say a reasonable amount, unreasonable amount of overtime, because any overtime is unreasonable.
Through that.
But other than that, I'm good.
If it's unsolicited, if you're forced to do it, it's definitely. Thank you so much for that sub, Daddy. Oh, life is too short, indeed. How are you, sir?
Hello, Daddy.
How are you this? It is evening. Yeah. How are you this evening, Daddy? I hope you are well. Right, I don't even know where to start with this guy.
Paint the drone first.
He doesn't have a drone.
He should have a little hover drone that he
yeah, the thing underneath him, yeah. Even then, I don't even know what colour to go for.
So all your standard colours, Dave. Just look at
Yeah.
all your other drones. It's basically a shield drone without the antenna.
Yeah, alright, that makes sense. That's a nice, easy way to start. Daddy's alright. He's moving offices, so quite stressful.
Oh no.
Oh, no. I had to go into the office for the first time since Crimbo today. Start my new job. Which is, it's a stressful time, so I can relate, Daddy. I can relate. Got myself a new mug. Very happy with it. Wilco's mugs are just the best. Every time I need a new mug for work, I go to Wilco's. Less than £2. Properly nice mug.
Plug, 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 plug.
I mean, I'm not sponsored by them, but if they want to pay me to tout their mug wares, I will happily do so.
Wilco's, buy our shit.
Wilco's, good for mugs and naught else. Nah, to be fair, they are good for other stuff, but that's the one place I'll always go for me mugs.
Right.
Daddy says, Warhammer question. A young boy wants to start painting miniatures. What's the best entry point? Ideally, fantasy. That's a problematic area at the moment, isn't it, Badger?
Yep.
It is a bit. You can work with some of the Age of Sigmar sets.
Yeah.
Some like the base sets, because I think there's one that's called Storm of Souls or something, which has got Wraiths and the Stormcast, and they're pretty simple things to paint, and that'll give you a basic sort of intro to the Sigmar world and the fantasy world.
Yeah. So
after that,
essentially, and do correct me if I'm wrong, what they did was they just discontinued Warhammer Fantasy and replaced it with a skirmish-based game similar to Warhammer 40k. So there's less models to paint, which is good. But no one liked it.
They're all bigger and chunkier though, so they are technically easier to paint the base models. At least.
They are. What the hell is that for? What's the instructions? Oh, that coat. Oh, I see. That's part of the coat. Oh, that's cool. Okay. There's a flap of coat that they don't put on, just in case you want to paint it separately to make it easier for you. Which is nice. Nice of them.
Yeah, seriously though, any of the base Age of Sigmar things is probably what you're looking at for the time being.
I mean, there aren't any massive horde armies, are there, in Age of Sigmar? But I mean, maybe Skaven is a horde army.
It absolutely is a horde.
Yeah.
Skaven. I mean, even the orcs are now quite chunky and small scale.
It's like there's nothing that's gonna be like the number of like units like on the same scale as like Warhammer Fantasy before they discontinued. Before they discontinued it. That was like, hundreds and hundreds of models on the board at once.
I can easily show you. That's one of the Stormcast Eternals.
Oh yeah.
If it'll zoom in.
Oh, it did. Nice.
And he is a rather meaty model to paint. So they're quite big and they're very, very forgiving with their details as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Age of Sigmar. Stormcast Eternals. You can't do it now. You'll have to wait. But what Games Workshop stores do is every Sunday they have a painting workshop at a certain hour, and they teach new people to the hobby the basics of painting, just how to base coat, how to assemble models, and if you go there, they'd be more than happy to show you the ropes and just
Absolutely.
The likelihood is you'd probably get a better sort of like explanation of where it would be good to start with.
Yeah, they're definitely pointing you in the sort of right direction, and they could show you a few models from each army just to whet your appetite, I suppose.
Yeah, they'll have plenty of models to show you. I'm not sure if they'll have the workshops on because of this
COVID.
thing called
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah, but as soon as that's over,
The second that's over.
yeah, I could guarantee you that it will be right back on. And
Yeah.
what they do is they have like a beginners like hour on Sundays, I think it is. And
Yeah, they always have a beginner's session at some point during the week. So again, if you're going through to the shop, Daddy, it's always going to be worth you asking them then and there, you know, when are you going to hold these things, when are they going to reopen and all that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it's always a good time. Always, yeah. You're welcome, Daddy. I'm sure Phil will say. He thanked you.
oh yeah, absolutely. They'll be more than happy to help you. They're very enthusiastic about getting people into the hobby.
Of course they are.
Sometimes
The first hit's free.
enthusiastic.
Yeah. It's an expensive hobby, but if he's into it, you know, send him our way. He's always welcome to join us at Paint Club. You can paint along, all that sort of thing. I've got some excess paint, so I'm just tidying off one of my crisis suits while I'm here. And might as well. I think it's the Ethereal's going to be quite a quick model by the looks of it. The way the sprue's laid out is really easy to navigate around.
Yeah, the Aussie Orcs look amazing. They've got some really, really nice things in that range.
Yeah.
And again, they're kind of like almost they look like a simple army to paint, like Necrons. I believe they're essentially the like almost like the Tomb King's replacement for the Sigmar lot.
Daddy's creaming. This is good.
Oh no.
Oh man. Getting ready for that fabled stream that we shan't mention its name for fear of creaming ourselves.
Stream to cream.
Cream stream. Hashtag cream stream.
Hashtag butt sex.
Oh, it'll be a couple of weeks. He's planning an extravaganza. An orgasmer.
It's a bit difficult to source nipple tassels in these times.
Yeah. COVID's really put a dampener on that market. But we will be here for it, Daddy. Don't you worry. With tissues at the ready. Right, I think that's the paint finish now. Are you doing a stream tonight, Daddy? You know, bikini or not? Are you doing Dungeons and Daddy tonight? If so, give us a shout and you will be raided, sir.
Speaking of that, actually, I was talking to
Jesus.
one of my mates at work.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he might be Jesus in disguise, but he's very bald, so
No worries, Daddy.
it truly is Jesus in disguise. But apparently there is like a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, like storytelling thing called Dungeons and Daddies,
Oh no.
where the premise of the whole thing is that 4 dads have taken all their kids to like an after-school club, and on the way back home they get pulled through a portal into the Forgotten Realms.
Copyright claim. Get on it, Daddy. Get on it. Continue.
That's about it.
All right.
They get pulled into the Forgotten Realms, and then they've essentially just got to like exit, like survive until they can find a way back home.
Dang. That is a thing.
It sounds like it could be like quite a decent thing to listen to.
Yeah, I'm up for it. White's gone really watery.
Shake it up.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. There was a great D&D miniatures scenario which the heroes were in an old people's retirement village that was raided by goblins.
Nice.
Oh, that is an okay cup of tea.
Were all the OAPs in fact ex-adventurers?
Did they take arrows to the knees?
70-year-old sorcerers and rogues.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
I took an arrow to the forehead.
Took an arrow to the dick.
Now that would probably end an adventuring career a lot quicker than what it would be. Considering in most of those games, healing potions exist and can essentially like regenerate you from having your inside spilling out to not having your inside spilling out.
Yes.
So a simple arrow to the knee, I think, is quite fixable.
If your dick falls off,
Then
less
that's it.
fixable.
Especially if you're a bard. That's it.
Oh.
The end of your existence right there.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I can't tell which side's which. There's something here that looks like a shark fin there, and one side's the inside, one side's the outside of the coat. I need to try and figure out which one. I think that's it actually. You can sort of see the imprint of the leg. Yes, that's going to be the inside. So I decided the inside of the coat is going to be white, and the outside is going to be red.
Also, yes. Excellent. I love that, Daddy.
Oh, what's going on? They wear
They were.
with the appropriate studs. Fucking hell.
Also, where?
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 Lol. Lol. Alrighty then. Luke, please stop. Naughty.
Well, yesterday was relatively interesting
Oh yeah.
for me. Not only was I at work right in the evening, thus returning to the overtime thing, but I actually got a game of 40k.
You did.
The horror.
Tell us how it went.
It went very badly.
Oh no.
Well,
Did the Tyranids not perform well?
The thing is, I was doing pretty good to turn 3. I was actually, holding me on quite well. And then after turn 3, it just became a war of attrition that I could not win.
Hmm. Who were you fighting against?
I was fighting against the Death Guard.
Hmm.
And the Death Guard have a 9th edition codex, and the Tyranids do not. So I was essentially having to use the older rule sets against an updated rule set.
Oh, no.
And technically, it was me being a whole bunch of 5 and 6 plus saves versus a whole bunch of 2 plus saves, because the meat of his army was made up of Terminators.
Damn.
So, I kind of got my asshole pushed in. Just a little bit.
Oop. Fuck. God damn it.
It was a fun day. Super fun getting back into it, like.
Yeah.
But also, I got wrecked.
Damn, son. So yeah, Well, I mean, we predicted that you would probably end up getting wrecked, but
Yes.
it's the taking part that counts.
It's the hope.
Yes.
The hope and the will and the potential that the dice gods might have been on my side, which they weren't.
They never are.
But it was fun. And it's quite nice to see that the core of the game is a lot simpler now.
Okay. So
very, very easy to just drop in and work with the actual sort of like base rules. They have a few additional things which, true, you could say it's not fair, and well, until they really get the codexes out and about, it's going to be unfair in the tournament sense.
yeah, it's the case that it's exactly like Call of Duty Warzone. The new flavor gets all of the meat, and then obviously once they release new rules for Tyranids, they'll probably be overpowered as fuck, just so that everyone gets their opportunity to buy that overpowered Tyranid magic.
I'm not so sure about that actually,
Do you know?
because some of the Tyranid models, even in 8th edition, are still pretty pokey.
Okay.
But I obviously don't own them. Just simply by the fact that they're some of the newer model releases, like some of the larger monstrous creatures. I just don't have those models, essentially. But I think the scenario that we played was quite well suited for my army. It was essentially run across the battlefield, capture their strategic points, and burn them to the ground. So
running and burning and jumping and stuff.
Essentially, yeah, really, really good for a fast-paced horde army that the Tyranids are. What I didn't have was I didn't have anything to take out the armor. Essentially, I was throwing sponges at them.
You were just gnawing at their power suits and just not getting anywhere.
Nope, not at all.
It's nom 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 nom. It's not chewy.
The only things that I really had to deal with his stuff were Gene Stealers, because they have the rending claws, so they can ignore armor saves.
Okay.
But
He probably targeted them.
pretty much, I didn't really have anything to take out the tanks that he had.
Yeah.
And the tanks that he had were very, very good at killing squads.
Did he have a demolisher cannon on his army?
Well, he practically had a mortar. Well, he had two mortars. And they're very, very good at sweeping cheap squads off the field.
Well, it's sad that you lost, but good on you for going at it, because you've played some Warhammer, which is excellent.
Plenty. I've played a good amount of Warhammer recently, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, excellent stuff. In other Warhammer news, they announced the names and the logos of a bunch of Warhammer animated series this week.
Yes. Hammer and Bolter's one, I think, isn't it?
Yep. I think in all there were either 6 or 8 in total. An image of which was shared around Twitter a lot, which I was trying to find before the stream started, but I have failed miserably to do so. So once this paint's used up, I will attempt to find it again.
I know there is a Start East 2.
Yeah.
And I know that there is the Exodite.
Yeah, I think there's something called Skulls and Bones, isn't it? I don't know. Something along those lines.
No, there's Angels of Death.
Yeah. So there's basically a bunch of Warhammer 40k content, mostly Space Marine related. Let's be honest. There's one, an Inquisition one, which looks amazing.
There's a Necron one, I think.
Yes. So it's going to be a real fun for all of us lore nerds.
It will be.
Yeah.
I need to see what it's going to be like, because so far from the little advert that you see of the Exodite,
Yeah.
the only thing that you see is Tau. And Tau on Exodites. That's the dirty Eldar.
Yes. So it must be dirty Eldar being sneaky.
What I'm going to assume is that it's a Tau ship
Yeah.
with all like the fire warriors on it, finds an Exodite world and attempts to take it for the greater good, but then dinosaur riding space elves kick their butt.
Dinosaur riding space elves. Yeah.
Because that's what the Exodites are.
Yeah. Right, let me see. I'm going to try and Google it. So, Warhammer 40k shows.
Animation.
Okay.
Is that cloth? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, hello.
Did you find it?
I've gone on IMDb, and I'm trying to see if it's got a list of them. Right, movies or TV?
You might actually have to go onto the 40k community site.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Damn it. Right, I'm going to go onto Twitter and see if I can find it. Because I did.
So it's evading you.
It is evading me. I know who tweeted it that I need to find.
Actually, did I paint those eyes green? Yes, I did. So that's a colour I need to get out. I've got a shape.
Aha! I have found it. Right. Let me get the... Oh no, I don't think trailer time's going to work here. It might. We'll see. I don't know if I set it up for free people or not, that's the thing. Ah, no. No, I didn't. That's not what I want either. Right, I'm going to do trailer time. I'm just going to have to just hide the cameras. Sorry.
It's all good.
Right. Where's the... There it is. So yes. There it is. So there we are. I've got them on screen. The Warhammer shows are... Pariah Nexus, which is your standard, that's your Necron one. The Exodite, which you've already mentioned. Black Talon. Hammer and Bolter. Broken Lance. Which, the Broken Lance one actually seems like it's a fantasy, like a Age of Sigmar one. Altar of Wrath, which, looking at the logo, could also be Warhammer Fantasy. Interrogator, which I am fully into. Inquisition, always fun. Angels of Death, which, I mean, yeah. Astartes 2. Iron Within and High
Check it.
Lords.
They're essentially, I would expect the High Lords one to be like an intrigue-based one,
Yeah.
because it'll probably deal with Terran politics.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the shows that are coming. They're in the pipeline. So I'm looking forward to them. They're going to be fun as hell. Well, they probably won't be fun. I mean, nothing in Warhammer 40k is fun.
It's all fun, Dave.
In the grim dark
And to
future,
say
there is
to say
only
differently,
war.
there is only fun.
There is only fun.
And to say differently is heresy.
Well, call me a heretic and strap me to a table.
Pretty sure the Inquisition will be happy to oblige.
Yes, Ravener, ravage me. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I've got the horn for Eisenhorn.
Oh,
Ho ho!
a horn.
Ho horn, yes. Inquisit me! Yes. The burning feels so good. There we go. Just use some standard white without watering it down just to make sure that it actually worked. Ooh, ah. I mean, the paint's already watery enough as it is. I think I might need new white paint.
What's the name of it?
White Scar.
Probably
Very watery. It's
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't need new paint. Maybe it's just I need to water it down less. Or not at all. Right.
Yeah, I think it's like some of the lighter oranges and yellows where it's just very, very thin.
Yeah. Okay, next I'm doing the red. There you go. See it, my clenching face as I shake the paint. I need a fair chunk of this, I think, to cover this entire greatcoat. Give it a little bit of water. Do you know what is missing though on those shows? There's no orcs.
probably be enemies in some of them.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see a Great War. I want to see the birth of a clan, a new war boss taking over.
That's it. The rise of a war boss.
Yeah.
That would be something nice to see.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling that, after the little teaser thing that we got at the end of the Astartes run,
Yeah.
Astartes 2 might have some orcs as enemies.
I mean, as I say, I've no doubt that there will be some orky enemies involved in at least one of the shows, but I don't want to see orcs as enemies, yo. I want to see them as buds. Space buds.
Did you not see the Astartes 2 trailer where the orcs beat the living shit out of that space marine?
Yeah.
I've not actually seen the trailer.
He's... I don't think it was like a trailer for Astartes 2, but I think it was for like future projects.
Yeah.
It might be Astartes 2, but because it had a mixture of different chapters in different situations, because the first part of it you see a bunch of them firing on something and then a predator rolls up and lets loose with hell.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna put it in Discord, please don't, because I can't bring it up in Discord.
I mean, I can't put it in Twitch.
If you send him a link on WhatsApp.
Yeah, or I'll whisper it to you on Twitch.
Yeah, okay.
Rhubarb,
Yeah,
rhubarb.
you can DM me it.
He can totally DM you. You can
Oh,
DM me
yeah.
hard. DMU deep and fast. Trying to paint all the feathers. Because, god damn it. Feathers.
Okay. Oh, baby.
But yeah, I did like a way sort of like firing, trying to keep things at bay, and then like 3 of them just stomped the shit out of him.
The Great War. Okay, I've done an alright job with that, and it's not brilliant, but you sort of tell it's red. It looks quite flowy as well, which is nice. I think the plastic sort of soaked up some of the paint, which in a good way though, because it's definitely been base coated. It's just towards the base, some of the
Buttery biscuit piece.
yeah, towards the back, the deeper ends of it. It's soaked up some paint, which makes it sort of a little bit less red, which kind of makes a nice effect, I think. Alright. Looks like I'm going to have to do it like that, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Ah, there's more there. Haha.
Got to keep an eye on my reference models.
Yeah. If anyone is interested in seeing how one of us is getting on, do give us a little poke. You can use one of the redeems. Tell us the name of the person you want to look at, and we'll get them to hold the models up to the screen. Ooh, there we go.
Can't say mine would be very impressive at the moment. I paint most of my stuff on the sprue, so...
Yeah, same. Although in fairness, mine's looking quite, I like the colours, how the colours are coming out. I've no idea what colour to do his spear yet. Like,
think of it more like a banner or a totem rather than an actual spear. Because I know that when I painted that one, I essentially did it in the same colours that I did the armour.
yeah, it looks like that's what they've done there. Should have painted that then. Haha. You live and learn. I think
It's not like you've missed out on painting it, it's still there.
Yeah. Ah, that's what that is. Okay. I think that's going to be red as well. Little tassely token thing on his front belt area. Yes.
Alright, so...
What's going on with yours?
checking other bits so that I can paint the appropriate sections. Just trying to figure out which bits, which colour. Knew that was going to happen.
What you done?
I've noticed that some of it didn't spray properly, so I'm going to have to go over it with the black for undercoat. Which is kind of always annoying. But I got to deal with it.
You do. Right. Deal. I went into Beardbow's stream the other day.
Nice.
And we played. We actually played Fortnite. Me, Beardbow, and Richard. And you know what? It wasn't terrible. It was alright. And I have figured out exactly why it wasn't that bad. It's because I was playing with friends. And I think it's just that for me, my preference will always be like team-based games, you know.
You're sort of in what I can only really describe as like a Counter-Strike mentality.
Yeah.
You work as a team, and then obviously that changed to things like Rainbow Six, and Apex, Overwatch. So you really need that teamwork mechanic.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy games anymore. If especially like adversarial games, PvP games. If it's a free for all, I just don't. I'm not engaged, you know. Which is why when I went into Fortnite, the first time I played it, I thought it was poo. I thought it was poo on toast.
There's essentially like a bunch of dudes who have been on it from the start, who you'll inevitably drop into, and then they'll just wreck your ass.
Yeah, I just think it's without that team-based mechanic, I'm not interested in it at all. So it's a game that I'll never play on my own because I'm not interested in not playing it as a team.
Very, very understandable.
Yeah. Okay, so what's this? And where does that go? Does that go in the back? Does it? Yeah, it must do. Huh. Oh, this paint's drying up quickly. No. No. I've had to be messy here just to get the paint on. Get on the model, you bitch. Right, there you go. Got the job done. I think that's most of the red I'll need to paint. Sorry. That's better. I wanted to go into the Games Workshop on Tuesday. We went to the pub. We went to many pubs, actually.
The horror.
And it was really nice. We went on Tuesday, so the day after last week's stream. And yeah, we ended up in a load of pubs that we used to go to in Liverpool, I'm actually surprised how many of them had survived. Something's worked, for sure. Especially with some of the slightly smaller pubs that you might have expected to have crumbled.
The likelihood is they probably actually got the funding to, well, or at least like the benefits to help them with rent.
Yeah. I mean, some of them had to change a little bit in order to survive. There's a pub called Shenanigans, and they had to like build a whole like roof terrace on, whereas it was just like a ground floor pub type situation before. And they also had to cater more to students, so when we went in, we were a bit like, this place has changed.
It's changed, man. It's changed.
I know. We're not the target audience of this pub anymore. Wow. So, yeah, that was weird.
Now, did it turn into a yellow or a Yates's?
More of a yellow.
So that's actually a much more reasonable.
Yeah, but like,
if people need to know
we're not student age anymore, and you know we want different things from pubs these days.
The pubs that we're talking about, essentially, the Yates pub was the kind of pub that you go in if you like a Geordie Shore kind of guy who wears tight jeans and is a complete douchebag.
Well, yeah. Also, Yates's is more of a bar, not a pub.
Yes, and the Yates is more of a little bit more like a Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
No, not Yates. Yellow.
Oh yeah, the yellow's more. There's like a down market Wetherspoons. There was one in Liverpool that I used to go to a lot when I came back from uni. Yeah, it was just round the corner from a pub called Savar. Not Savar. The Casa, sorry. Savar's the tequila bar. Which we did not go to, because I think it was closed.
Also tequila.
Yeah. My better half really loves tequila, so she was really disappointed that we didn't go. But yeah, we got poutine. That's all that matters. So yeah, the pubs that are open, we went to the Ship and Mitre. Great pub in Liverpool, fantastic pub. We went to Shenanigans, which, as I say, has changed. Unfortunately, the hole in the wall, hole in ye wall, is was closed.
Did they fill it in?
No, they didn't fill it in. I'm not sure whether because of how small the pub is, whether they just thought there's not enough space for us to really socially distance and open inside, so don't bother.
Yeah, they'll probably stay shut until a lot longer.
Yeah, they'll probably stay shut until they don't have to socially distance at all. But the problem with that is they're not getting any revenue, and then probably not going to get any support off the government soon. So they're going to have to open and just not bother socially distancing and hope they don't get fined. I think, if they're going to survive anyway. So that one's not looking great. Went into one called Thomas Rigby's, which is alright. It's an Everton bar.
Oh.
An Everton pub even, so meh, it's fine.
Danger.
I've been there to watch Liverpool matches before, and they've been alright with me. But yeah, they do have an Everton crest behind the bar.
The one red shirt in the entire building.
Yeah, it does feel like that some days when you go. What else? Where else did we go? We went to on Matthew Street, the only good pub on Matthew Street, the Flanagan's Apple, which yeah, was good. It's nice to go in there when it was dead. Because usually it's heaving, but you can get a good pint of Guinness from there, which is nice.
Whoops.
Whoops, indeed. Where else did we go? We went to a pub called the Head of Steam, which there is one in Newcastle, and we went there, didn't we?
There is a Head of Steam in Newcastle.
Yeah. Now, their most expensive beer is like a raspberry beer. It's like,
is it called Delirium by any chance?
Yes, it is.
Because that was about £8 when I got a bottle of that, and to be honest, there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Considering it's like I can't remember whether or not it was 8 or 10%.
I think it's 8%, but it's still, I think it's 8.9% or something like that. It's very, very strong. Now, we ordered two pints of this because we thought, why not? Then we drank the pints. Then we waited for a little bit for the card machine to turn up. It didn't. And we walked out.
Free beer.
Yeah, free beer.
Free, very, very strong beer.
Yeah, that's like, what, 16, 17 quid's worth of beer.
I was about to say, that's like 4 or 5 pints in its own.
Yeah.
Like a cheap stank ass beer, but probably 2 pints of decent beer.
Yeah. So, yeah. I can't complain with that service. More of that, please.
This is where it turns out they hadn't cleaned the pumps, and that particular one was kind of particularly fluffy.
Let's not charge them for that. I mean, I didn't suffer any repercussions, so all is well. I had a hell of a hangover the next day, but that's my own fault because we also went to the Swan, which is open. I'm sure people will be happy to know. And is as grim as ever inside, and I love it that way.
Well, that's what you get with like a nice small, sort of like compact, sort of pub. At least a lot of the older, more what you would class as a traditional kind of pub.
Yeah.
So sticky floors, sticky walls, sticky ceiling.
Yeah. Have you ever been out with me in Liverpool? I don't think you have you?
Not in Liverpool, no. The only time I've ever been down to Liverpool was for your birthday, good sir.
Yeah.
When we sat in your back garden.
And that's not Liverpool, that's the Wirral.
Yeah.
Wrong side of the Mersey.
A lot of beer, and then watched as the halloumi spontaneously combusted on the barbecue.
Yeah. Turns out you need to put halloumi on like some sort of tray or something.
You just get a bit of tin foil and just stick it on the tin foil.
Otherwise it'll just set on fire and melt through the bars. Pro tip, children. Pro tip.
Yeah, because essentially, what I remember from that night as well was me, you, and Machen sitting in your living room, talking to the Alexa, putting on sweet tunes.
Until God knows what in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Remember when we could, like, hang out with people?
When we could hang.
That was cool, wasn't it?
It was. At some point in time, now that I actually own a car...
Yeah, you can come whenever you want.
I may get the opportunity to drive down.
I mean, give us some notice so I can get the spare room ready and prepare.
Never.
Prepare the missus.
Suddenly appear. You just wait until I know which pub you go to. They'd send you a message asking you which pub you're at.
Yeah, I think if you turned up unannounced, you'd probably be sleeping in your car.
Oh yeah, I would expect that.
But given enough warning, I could definitely sell the spare room for you. Right.
I know exactly what would happen at this point in time, Dave.
Go on.
What would occur is everybody would go to bed, I'd sleep in the spare room, and by the morning I would have all of the dogs.
No, the spare room's door closes and you can actually keep dogs out. I sleep in there quite a lot. to be honest.
Just to stay away from the dark.
Yeah, just to get away from them a little bit. Because I love them, but fucking hell, I can't sleep when they're charging around.
They're also very little hot water bottles as well.
Yeah, and
So if you
too
do
much.
sleep, and then they sleep on the bed with you, there is a very high chance that slowly you will cook. I know this because I used to look after War Rich's dogs, and they would sleep on the same bed as me, and they were very little radiators.
Oh dear. Right, we are close to the majority of this being done. Now, I have missed some white, but that's not a problem because the white goes on without needing to be mixed or anything, so I'll do that now. There is a skull.
Getting all these annoying little pipes painted.
Right, there's a skull painted.
I should have bought more snacks.
More snacks.
Yes.
Ah,
But I ate most of them before the stream,
dang.
and now I would have to stand up to get more.
It's not good, man. You're not in a good situation, snack-wise.
Unprepared.
Oh, man.
But at least I'm not the main man of this operation, so I can walk away and get snacks.
Yeah. You can if you want.
Just go start walking away, and then all I hear is the sass.
Oh, Paddy's gay.
Fucking badger, get away, of course not.
What a knobhead.
I would fully understand.
Nah, it's fine.
Not to say I'd like it, but I'd understand.
Oh, no,
think-
speaking of knobhead. Yep, that tea is stone cold.
You do this to yourself, Dave.
I know. I'm not a fan of it, but I know. Right. So let's do this totem spear thing. The same colour as my armour.
I am a moron.
Are you?
Yes, I've just closed my bright red paint, only to realise that I really need to highlight all the other bits of red.
Why?
That's alright. I have a lot of flesh to paint, so I'll do that first.
Fuck's sake. Oh, I just painted my fucking finger. Ugh. There we go. Took a hair off there. There was hair on my model. Close. I don't know why I've not changed down into, a smaller brush, because I'm doing like slightly more precision painting now. I feel like I probably should have.
Because the brain basically goes, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, and then
Without realising that, no, you can't.
yes, and the hands remind me that no, you can't, Dave. You're not good enough.
Not yet.
No.
But you will be with continuous painting.
Yes.
Speaking of continuous painting,
Oh, go on.
they have received a commission.
Oh no. Even more.
more painting. But yes, we're working things out at the minute. But
That's awesome. You were talking about maybe advertising for commissions, weren't you? How did this one come about?
it was after my stream on Thursday
Oh, okay.
that I post most of my images and things like that
Yeah.
on Instagram, and one of the lads that I know basically added a comment and was like, do you do commissions? I was like,
You can
don't,
do.
but I don't, but I'm open to the suggestion, and that's probably not the greatest thing to do. Because time after time I've said yes, reasonably good, sort of at painting, can do things well, it's all good, but I don't want to turn my painting into a job, and I've just turned my painting into a job.
Oh no.
But I've said yes now, so
Yeah.
I am a man of my word.
I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure it'll be fun. What is it anyway? Tell us about the actual work.
He has the starter set for the Age of Sigmar things.
Okay.
So I have a lot of Stormcast to paint and a lot of the undead wraiths. I can never remember which army they are because there's 4 different undead armies now.
Bloody hell.
Is
that Sigmar? Yeah.
Yeah, Age of Sigmar. It's like Nagash's Wraith Host or whatever the hoo-ha. So there's that one.
Yeah.
There is one of the £50 Space Marine starter sets, like the Vanguard Space Marine starter set.
Fucking hell, that's a lot.
So I have another couple of models on that, and the Death Guard starter set.
That must be like almost 100 miniatures.
Well, there's 13 miniatures in the Death Guard. There's about the same amount in the Space Marines. I think there's a few more, maybe like 15, 16. And then there's about... Actually, I calculated this. There is, in fact, 64 models, I believe, altogether.
Okay, so I might have been a bit hyperbolic with 100, but that's still a chunky wedge.
It's still like reasonable, a large amount of models.
Yeah. How long do you reckon it'll take you to paint it?
Well, if I push myself, honestly, if I push myself to try and do one box set at a time, I could probably get it done within the week. If I seriously have nothing else to do and nobody distracts me, I could probably get a box set done a day.
Well, yeah, but I'm just thinking, don't just do it all at once. I'm talking like how many hours of painting. And that'll be what you should base your cost on.
See, I'm not sure how quick I would get
All right.
most of them.
On average, how many models could you do in an hour?
Working off the simplest paint scheme, probably about 5.
Okay. Are you being honest with me? Because I've seen your streams, and they're usually a couple of hours.
You have seen my streams. I do a couple of hours with most of these ones, but what I do is I take my time. If I'm working to get a battle-ready force, I can throw them out pretty quick.
Does he want it battle-ready, or does he want it, as per your usual standard of work?
Probably as per my usual standard of work, to be honest.
So, I'll ask you again. 60 models. 2 hours per model on average. I'd say I reckon you could probably get away with 1 hour per model on average.
I'm thinking 1 hour per model if I use.
So
if I
60.
Use a simple method and.
And what do you value your time? How do you value your time? Because for me, if you're charging any less than £3 an hour, you are breaking employment law. Well, you're breaking employment law anyway, but I would say ethically, if he's paying you any less than £3 an hour, It's going to be a bad time.
Well, we haven't got that sorted yet.
No. So I'd say 180 quid for all of it.
180 quid, Dave, is more than the amount of all 3 box sets combined.
Is it
Each
worth
box-
is it worth more than his time, basically? Because if he
Well-
doesn't want to pay you that, then he can paint it himself.
He is providing me with paints as well. So he's essentially
That's
Giving-
not the point.
giving me the material. No, this all comes into the cost. This is giving me the materials in order to paint. So I'm not using my own resources for
I'm
that.
just
I don't-
talking labour, mate. Honestly, if you're charging less than £3 an hour, that's just not right.
I've never done this before.
I know.
So it's very, very difficult to work out what your actual costing should be.
Yeah, but you should never like lowball yourself like that, because then that will become the base rate that he and anyone he tells about you to, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyone he refers to, he will say, "Oh, this is how much you charged me," and that's what they'll expect. So I am. Yeah, I'm just worried that you're lowballing yourself there, and then you're going to cause a lot of work for not a lot of recompense in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's most likely. Where did that head go?
I would say do it like one box set at a time, and charge him by the box set. So if he's got a box set with 18 models in it, 18 times by 3, basically.
It's something that I will get used to,
Yeah.
as I'm not really sort of like throwing myself out there as a
No, I know.
professional
But
model
this
painter.
this
But
sort
I
of
will learn. I will learn as I do.
yeah,
That's the-
this sort of commission-based stuff will happen as word of mouth, I'm sure. He's going to tell his mate who can't be arsed painting their army, "Oh, I know a guy who'll paint it for you, and he painted mine for this much." So if if the next person comes to you and says, "Oh, you painted this amount of models for like 20 quid for this guy, why are you trying to charge me more?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Another reason why I didn't necessarily want to do any kind of bloody commission work
yeah,
as such.
I could totally understand why you'd be hesitant. But if you're going to make some good money out of it and it's not going to be too much for you, then you might as well.
Very true.
Indeed. So yeah, that's the
Anybody-
Ethics of Commission by Badger and Bulamatari.
Anybody who actually does do commissions, who may watch this, do kind of like give us a poke and let us
Yeah.
know what your experiences are. Because I am kind of blind when
Yeah.
it comes to.
Feel free to tweet at us. I'm at the Bulamatari. Badger is Patrick with a lot of numbers after it, so you probably won't find him. But if you tweet anything using the hashtag at the top of the screen, Bulls Paint Club, we will see that stuff. And we will respond in the next episode.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
But I'm not quite sure which one because there's about 50 million different fucking flavors of Dragon Ball.
yeah. Well, Dragon Ball Z was I think it was the 3rd series, was it? So you got Dragon Ball something or other. Like, there was a Dragon Ball DX or something? I don't know. And then Dragon Ball Z. But I think Dragon Ball Z was the first one that took off in the West.
Yes, because it was like the one that they decided to throw on the TV
On
on
Cartoon
Saturday
Network.
mornings.
Back in day.
Back in day.
On Toon Army. When they did
When I
like
was
Japanese cartoons for like an hour.
Cardcaptor Sakura, man.
Oh.
Where it was at.
Little David had a little horn for Cardcaptor Sakura.
A little horn, Dave.
I was only young at the time.
Very modest. When I was young, I had a giant horn. I grew into it, so it's gotten smaller over the years. It only looks like it only looks like it's gotten smaller.
Oh man. Just a baby, like the unswaddle it and just flump.
Massive 16-inch cock.
You know, you could kill someone with 16 inches.
We could feed a whole family.
Children, I bear meat. Flump. Family friendly.
Totally, 100%.
Mm-hmm. This is some family friendly content right here. Okay. So far so good here. Ooh, that's a good. I like that. I wasn't sure whether black would work on the pole, but it's actually working out quite well. It's looking like it's going to be good.
Will he be grasping his big black pole, Dave?
He will. Yes. Oh, I've just painted all this gold. I'm going to have to repaint it because the black's going just straight over it. Because once again, I didn't bring out my slightly smaller brush.
There are a lot of areas on this which I didn't realise hadn't taken the spray.
Yeah, you're going to need to touch some stuff up.
A lot of it seems to just be like tiny little areas around the sides of the body. So maybe I didn't go around it properly.
Hmm.
In fact, not maybe, I didn't go around it properly, otherwise I would be bloody painting it like this. There's no maybe about it.
Baja!
Grim, definite. Come on, Brie. I was about to say definitely there.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, are you thinking about snacks there? He fancies a potato now.
Oh, just one raw potato, just eat it like an apple. Skin and all.
In Russia, snack eats you.
To be honest, I was pretty close to what, can't remember whether or not it was a Walker's advert.
Oh yeah.
But it was like, oh, we take our time to properly create our, our brand of crisps and all that stuff. And there's just some guy there with a bag of potatoes and he goes, crisp, in a really deep Russian accent, and then bites it like an apple. So we take our time to perfect our crisps. This was well before Gary Lineker got in on the Walkers. So that was quite a way back in the day. The fact that I can still remember that is also quite sad. because it means that my brain has held on to that particular piece of knowledge.
You remember more about that advert than you do about university.
Yes. I remember more about that advert than I do about some of my university work. And I saw that advert before I went to university.
Yes. Because you old.
Well, you're getting there as well, Dave.
Shush.
Don't-
I am
don't
doing
worry.
nothing of the sort.
Don't worry, I'll still have like that, 5 years ahead of you.
Indeed.
Well, I'm not sure. You're 30, aren't you?
33 now.
I've still got technically 2 years ahead of you. So not 5.
Jill, you're catching up.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look. What is IR doing? I think I'm just putting the lines on the armor for the most part. Still need to go over the feet with, or like the skin with the washers.
I'm putting this guy's black leggings on.
Oh, nearly threw that model across the room.
That would not be conducive to a good painting session.
It would be impressive. As he just suddenly watched me like spaz trying to catch it and just yeet it across the... damn it!
I think this paint is officially drying out now. Nearly there. Need new paint for this, just to finish off this little foot. I hate it when the paint dries out with so little
Left to actually paint.
Yeah. And I am going to switch out to my slightly smaller brush now. It's the only way to work. Yes.
It's like painting a wall with a hand brush and then eventually like you've got one corner left and you get the roller out. God, this is so much easier.
Slightly smaller brush. Abaddon black. Just a little tiny blob should do it. Okay.
Done. Diggity done.
Diggity done.
Well, not 100% done, but working on these little blue stripy bits.
Aye.
So I like making my life difficult.
That sounds almost exactly like me and my Imperial Guard army. Alright, that's done. Happy days. I think I'm going to do his hair black as well. Little top knot on the side. Alright.
Need to go out of my way one day to convert a Space Marine model to have a massive mullet.
Just green stuff around the back. Don't some of the Space Wolves have big long locks?
They've got big long locks, but they don't have mullets.
No, but you could like clip off the top and smooth it out.
Very, very true.
And you could have Billy Bob the Space Marine. Space Marine redneck. Yeehaw!
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Magnar.
Brother Cletus.
Brother Cletus. And on his pauldron, do the what's his name? The Confederate flag.
No, Christ.
Brother Cletus, yeah. Oh man, I'm just gonna turn the light on. I shall be back.
We don't like your kind in this Imperium.
You're gonna see me just close the blinds and turn the light on. My headphones, there they are. Much better.
Indeed.
Right. Just 3 more colours. I've got the flesh to do. I've got the Space Marine flag that is being trampled on, and the wood from the stick. And I think I'm going to go with a white colour there on that as well. So I might need to pull the white back out. Might do that now actually. And then no, actually, I'll do that after I've done the flag. Because I might need to tidy up that skull if I get it wrong. Steel Legion drab, there you go. It's a vaguely wood colour, I would say.
By vaguely wood colour, you mean brown?
Yes.
Which
It's
for the most
brown
part
and sticky.
is the colour of wood.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure there exists a more woody colour of wood.
To be honest, there is kind of like a much richer sort of thing. There it is. Mornfang brown.
Ah.
It's kind of a much richer sort of orangey brown.
Yeah,
I'd say.
but I'm not buying a wood colour just for like a stick. Oh man, I'm actually going to try and leave that. Actually, do I want to try and paint that? What colour would you say sort of desert sands is?
You're looking more like a combination, maybe a combination of a bit of this here Talon sand, Dave.
Eh.
As I plug that colour right there.
Is that the texture paint?
No, it's a.
Oh.
It's actually a layer paint, but the one that I've got here is was part of a scenery paint set.
Yeah.
So my version is a scenery paint.
Ah.
But it's exactly the same.
Yeah. Because there's like some stones here basically. I'm going to leave them brown for now, but when I eventually get, because I will get the texture paint for the to base these Tau. That's one of the reasons I went into the. I was going to try and go to the Games Workshop on Tuesday, but by the time we got there after the pubbing, it was very closed.
Mr. Dave.
What?
Probably worth grabbing a hold of some Stirland mud and then dry brushing it with a lighter a lighter colour.
Okay.
Even dry brushing it with your Tau ochre
Maybe, yeah.
over the top of the brown. That would.
Actually, it might be worth me using Tau ochre on these rocks. Do you think? Or do you reckon that would
how
look
much how much ochre do you already have on the model?
None at the moment. It's going to be dry brushed on.
If you dry brush it on, then it may actually work quite well.
Maybe.
Because the Tau ochre is not too different from the Talon sand. It's a bit darker, I believe.
Oh shit, I've just painted the wrong colour on something. I've just realised what I've done. I've painted Steel Legion drab where I was supposed to be painting XV88. Ah, that looks shit. I'm going to have to paint over it once it's dried. I just thought, I've got some wet paint, I might as well use it. And then forgot that I wasn't using XV88.
And then you were like, no.
Sad. Okay. Such is life.
Awkward, fiddly little bits.
Right. Macridge Blue. The first time I'm using it. I did actually buy it with the intention of painting my unpainted Space Marine models. And then realised I don't want Ultramarines anymore.
Going out of your way to have the... Yeah.
Oh. Daddy wants to see your progress budget.
I'm going to have to show you in different bits because, of course, the majority of the models are not actually stuck together.
Okay.
But we have.
Hang on.
Most of the wings are all identical.
Damn, I can't get you. Sorry.
Even still, we've got most of the wings are pretty identical. The only ones that aren't are these batty wings.
Batty wings.
Yep. Which I haven't actually worked on, to be honest. For the most part, the actual bodies of the Dark Eldar are getting there.
Nice.
Got some nice little sort of like armour edge pieces. I haven't got the full whack of them done because I still need to do a lot of touch-ups. And I forgot to do the legs on this one, so I'm going back to him.
Yes.
Don't know science. And then of course all the other heads are pretty much done. I just need to add the eye colours to them. So I need to get some green out for those.
Green eyes.
Yes. All the actual guns are pretty much done.
Nice. This is a very striking colour change actually, and I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not. It makes it very clear that I'm trampling over, some foes. It's very clearly from a different army. And I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Like, thematically on the model.
Of course it'll work.
We'll see. Shit, I need some more light. I might invest in a second clip-on light at some point.
Yeah, to work from a different angle.
Yeah, I need one that sort of is overhead. So I've got one pointing at my face, which is lighting me up nice for the camera. I've basically got my living room light sort of behind me, because I'm sort of in the corner over here where I'm at. But yeah.
I've kind of got a similar thing for my current setup, Dave. I just don't have the one in my face.
Yeah, because you don't need it, because you don't have a camera in your face.
Very, very true.
Though I think you could do with having a face cam.
Yeah, if I can actually get a proper... Actually, what I'm after is, model cam.
Yeah. Well, I think a free cam system would be really good for you. Have your overhead camera like you've got now. Sort of clip that a little bit so it's like it's taking up like 2/3 of the screen on the right hand side, and then you could have a face cam, like a little face cam, and then a little box cam, and then you could change between scenes to like focus on one cam in particular. So change the big cam to the box cam if you want to show off in the box.
True.
That sounds. I mean, that's the way I'd do it. If my streams were like primarily focused on model painting, that's sort of the way I'd go with it. Obviously, don't listen to me because I'm an idiot. But
now we each have our own styles, Dave.
we do. But I think, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love your streams. They're nice and chill. But I want to see the badger. I want to see your mug.
I want to see the beautiful chops.
Yeah, man.
I might actually get the chance because I was paid recently.
Nice.
So if I can check up some nice spaces for additional lighting effects and camera doodads.
What we bought with my payday was I got a little sort of hand hoover for hoovering up dog hair, off the couch and stuff. And we got a big old toy for the big husky. Oh, Daddy wants to see Badger in 4K. That would make him moist.
Oh.
I mean, it would make most of us moist, Daddy. You're not on your own there.
No. Can't handle it, it's too much pressure.
Big toy for the missus, eh? No, for the Doge. Got a big old tug of war rope. It's his favourite game. He loves tug of war. Right, I'm going to put this paint down there.
I think he's got the advantage on you, Dave.
Double-ended. Fucking hell. Oh, Daddy.
He's not wrong.
He's very wrong, man. Daddy's always very wrong. And that's why we like him.
Always so right.
Right, okay, I've got to tilt my head weirdly so I can get the light properly from behind.
And I completely missed out this bit of shoulder pad to paint black. Ah, we'll go back over that later.
He's not right either. Wait. Oh, fucking hell, this is very tight here. Maybe I should have thinned this paint slightly, but I've started now, so I'll damned by the consequences. Okay.
See, there is one thing which I am pretty happy with if I go back to talking about the commission goodness.
Oh, go on then, yeah.
Is that the good sir has decided to go with standard colours. He just wants them good old ultramarines and the basic death guard stuff.
Well,
and
that's at least something.
Heaven knows that I have plenty of experience painting those.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? You'll probably get one an hour out. If it's ultramarine, that's a quite nice standard scheme.
I think what I'm going to have to do with those ones, to be honest, is I'm going to have to put edges on the shoulder pads. I'm actually going to have to do the Pauldron colours.
I mean, do you not anyway? Because that's just wrong. if you don't.
Not on mine. Mine are just all blue. I didn't. It's because I didn't think about what company they were going to be in.
Oh, okay.
So I just did them all blue to start off with, and I was like, I'll work from that when I can be bothered to read up on what's where. So who knows? My entire Space Marine army might end up turning into like having green edged shoulder pads, or just bog standard yellow edged shoulder pads.
Mine has yellow.
I need to remember what company each colour is. I could put red. I could put.
To be honest, I think when I was painting Smurf Marines, I think yellow
Spurs
was the
Marines.
only company. It's like it was yellow or nothing. That was just the colour.
Yellow or gold.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even think it was. I think it was literally just yellow, and that was it.
That just depends on what paint people had, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because gold is kind of like yellow, just metallic yellow.
Yes. Anyway, speaking of Ultramarines, there's a very badly free-drawn symbol, which I'm going to tidy up with more blue and make it a little bit thinner and more distinct, but yeah, that's so you know it was the Ultramarines that got beat. Got beat off hard and fast.
For the greater good.
For the greater good, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Was it the Ultramarines that went in the Damocles Gulf?
Yeah,
Come on, Bray. The major conflict between Tau and Imperium forces when the Tau first started to expand their empire was the Damocles Gulf Crusade.
Ah.
And I'm trying to remember whether or not it was Ultramarines who went in or Black Templars. This is where it turns out to be none of them.
It doesn't matter. There was a fight between my Tau and some Space Marines.
Oh.
And
it does kind of matter because well, at least in the lore sense, because it was the one time when I think they found Tyranids or Orcs in there, and they were like, okay. Peace, but after this is all done with, can't tell you what's going to happen. And they wrecked the incoming invasion, and then the Space Marines and the Imperium basically just went, okay, we've got bigger fish to fry at the moment if that's come from that direction. Toodles. We'll just leave this for now.
peace.
We'll come back. We'll come back later.
Yes, we will inquisit you later.
Exterminators!
Alright. Okay, so
But that also leads on to one of the more flavourful Tau armies,
yes.
essentially. The Farsight card which are, surprise, Tau, which don't mind doing close combat. The horror.
Dun dun dun.
Yes. Because essentially they figured out that just standing back and shooting things wasn't very good for them, because sometimes things got a bit too close. Like Tyranids and Orcs.
And anything, basically.
So the Farsight Cadre.
Which is a confusingly named Cadre.
And Commander Farsight, right, who's the big leader, don't actually have any ethereals. Because the last of their ethereals got sniped in the face during Damocles' Crusade.
Ah.
And when the big bosses were like, come back to Tau, and, you know, get more dudes, they had realised that they could think more clearly and they could do more stuff. And they, you know, they were a happier bunch of people without the Ethereals, because the Ethereals have dirty mind control.
Yes.
Dirty mind control.
Oh, happy with that. That's good. That's not too bad.
Oh, nice.
As insignia goes, that's pretty decent.
Yes, very good, Mr. Dog.
Sorry if you can hear lots of racket behind me. The dog's playing fetch with his very large ball. Yeah, the big rope came with a big rope ball, and it's very heavy, and the dog loves it.
Probably because it's very heavy.
Yeah, it's chonky, and he can't break it. Like if you give him a tennis ball, it's gone in 10 minutes flat.
10 minutes? Dave,
What?
you give the tennis ball too much credit.
Okay, I have a little bit of gold to paint.
I can always remember whenever we had toys for Callie, Macy and Anya. What would occur is it would survive for a couple of days purely because they were like, this is new, but I still have this old thing. During those days, they would consume the old thing and then be like, new thing, and then turn to consume the new thing. But what is even better, well, let's say better, is any toy that had a squeak. They would chew the squeak out
Yep, that happens.
and hold the squeak in their mouth and blow through the squeak. So what you would get is and then this as they took it out of the ball or toy or whatever, and then
Oh, nice. Dogs are daft.
they are the best.
I do enjoy cats. I've always been a cat person, but I must say, these particular dogs have converted me slightly.
They have drawn out the love that you never knew you had.
Yes.
Probably most likely Wizard Dog, using his doggy magic.
Yes.
Because who doesn't love a dog in a jumper?
Indeed. Wizard Dog is looking at me now. Let me just...
He knows.
There he is. Hello! You just see
He knows.
Badge running around with his ball.
And he's got the grumpy old man thing going.
Yeah, so why is he running around like a bastard? Tau rocks, apparently. Thank you, Daddy. I think they do. They have badass mechs. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to get my my broadside out.
He's going to whip out his
Oh,
huge railgun.
yeah. The broadside battle suit is in its box. It's all sprayed up and ready to go.
Because I'm going to guess that you're going to fit it out in standard loadout. So,
What would you
shoulder
call a
mounted
standard loadout? Let me just grab the box from behind here.
standard loadout of the broadside battlesuit is essentially a shoulder-mounted twin-linked weapon plus the railgun.
Like that.
Yes, exactly like that. Secondary fitting is the one which has got the huge missile fists,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is equally cool looking.
like that.
But yeah, There you
I'm
go.
thinking of doing a combination. I
a
want
missile pod on the shoulder and
yeah,
then
big railgun there, big missile pod on the shoulder. That's what I'm thinking.
luckily, then you can do that.
I know. I can do whatever I want. It's my model.
It's your model, and you can do what you want.
Yeah. It's my model, and I'll do it if I want to. Right, there's only one colour really that needs doing. A little bit of tidying on the red there, so I will just tidy that up before I start on the scan.
I believe I've gone about these models a lot better than I did with the first one.
Okay.
Because I was a bit stupid with the first one, and I glued the wings to the torso first before gluing the torso to the legs. Making it 1,000,000 times harder to stick the torso to the legs.
Oh, fuck. Why did I do this? There we go.
Because you wanted to?
Yeah. Sorry, my hands are a bit shaky at the minute. They don't seem to be doing what I want them to do.
Realised at the moment I have not actually washed the skin on these models.
Well, I've not painted the skin yet, so you're ahead of me.
Well, your skin's blue. Blue with blue. He's blue, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-do. Fuck! No! Wings! Whee! Okay, I may need to pay attention to this one. His wings and things don't seem to want to stay where I want them to be.
Okay, so where's my Fenrisian blue? Or grey? Fenrisian grey. Technically it's a grey.
It's such a perfect grey.
That was grey of you. What?
Ah, right. I'm gonna let those dry a bit. Because I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna check some of the other, like the old ones that I have to see where I went. Because I painted these like hastily back in the day.
Yeah.
It was just a case of when the Dark Eldar first came out. So me and War Richard mostly, because they're his army, the Dark Eldar.
Okay.
He bought like a massive amount of them. So it's like 4 squads of witches, 2 squads of Cabalite warriors, a Talos Pain Engine, a Ravager, 2 box sets of Scourges, 2 box sets of Hellions, Urian Rakoth, Lilith Hesperax, 2 boxes of Incubi, a Lord. So there was a lot to paint.
Yeah.
A lot to get through. And I kind of just painted them quickly.
Yeah. I think the start collecting boxes is probably a nice amount of models. I just wish they didn't cost as much.
Well, the start collecting boxes are generally very, very good for money.
Well, yeah, it's good value considering what the things cost individually, but they shouldn't cost that individually.
True.
I mean, I understand that things, cost what people will pay for them, but
yeah, I would like it if certain box sets had like different things in them.
yeah.
For instance, the Tyranid start collecting box set is a Trigon, a Broodlord, and a box of Gene Stealers. Like the command, like the Broodlord and the Gene Stealers are perfectly fine. But the Trigon seems like very, very out of place.
Okay. I mean, the Gene Stealers are an elite, aren't they?
No, they're a troop.
Oh, are they? I thought they were. Did they ever used to be an elite?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They were always a troop. The only thing that I think has changed from being an elite was the Tyranid warriors. Because the warriors used to be elites, and now they're troops.
Huh.
I don't actually know how many things are elites in the Tyranid army now. We'll have to look at my codex. And as much as my codex is the 8th edition codex,
It's the most up-to-date one.
of course. Right, so while I'm waiting for these wings to dry, I'm going to go to the loo and I'm going to grab my Tyranid codex, look this up.
Fair enough.
What?
Yeah. Phil, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I've had to paint most of it off camera because the lighting's just so crap here that I can't see what I'm doing.
You could move the camera if you wanted. But no worries. What's in the start collecting orc box set, if there is one?
There is one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got the box somewhere in the attic. It's a pain boy, a squad of boys,
Nice.
a 5-man squad of knobs, and a death dread.
Yeah. That's actually a fair chunk of models, that, isn't it?
It is, but it doesn't have a HQ choice in it, which is a bit of a bother. But
Yeah. You alright,
boys,
Rich?
and well, actually, every model in the box is useful. It just doesn't
Yeah.
come with a HQ.
Which sort of, it's a bit problematic if you're trying to just play a game after you've got the box set.
Is that the orcs one?
Yeah.
Technically, isn't the pain boy classed as a command unit?
No, it's an elite.
Yeah. Oh, Rich has been lurking. We don't mind that here. Glad you've been with us, hearing our chill banter.
Jesus. Right. Okay. We have a lot more when it comes to elites than I thought it was, but a lot of the elites are actually bigger, chunkier models.
Yeah.
So you've got Tyrant Guard and Hive Guard, Lickers, Zoanthropes, and Venomthropes and Malsectors, which are all sort of like small quantity bigger models.
Yeah. Which is sort of what you'd expect from an elite, even if it is Tau.
Yeah. So a lot of the things which have like high density sort of models.
Yeah.
Because Tyranid warrior squads can get up to 9 models per squad, which is, to be honest, if you fit them out correctly, quite terrifying for a troop choice.
Yeah.
Because you get 3 shots with a death spitter, and in a 9-unit squad, that's a lot of firepower on the field.
Yeah. It's a bit like when I had my 10-unit Terminator squad that was led by a Terminator librarian.
Yeah, one thing that they have done with 10th edition, not 10th edition, Jesus, 10th edition, 9th edition,
Yeah, sorry.
is you can't really put a character in a squad.
Okay.
But they have a sort of like a command aura, so when you're close to the squads, they'll give the bonuses.
Alright, okay.
It also means that there are rules in place that you can't just target a character like straight away unless you have a special rule.
Unless you're using one of the assassins.
Yeah, as long as they are close to a squad, there is also the Lookouts ARG rule, essentially, which means that dudes can dive in the way if necessary. Right.
bodyguard mode engaged.
Yep. Some of them do actually have a bodyguard rule as well.
Oh, nice.
Which means that you cannot, if your command unit is within 3 inches of a bodyguard unit, you can't target the character regardless.
Oh man.
Which means it's actually reasonable to take bodyguard units.
Yeah. Fuck your assassin.
Yep. I found this out when I was actually playing against the Death Guard the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had a big Lord unit and Death Shroud Terminators, which have the bodyguard rule, and I couldn't like single them out with firepower.
So you had to wade through the bodyguards first.
I would have had to have waded through the bodyguards first if
How'd you survive?
Yes. Well, it's kind of disappointing because I charged the Carnifex into them.
Yeah.
And the Lord one-shotted the Carnifex.
What? Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. The dice gods were not on your side, mate.
No, they were not on my side. As I said before, it was super fun to actually play, but it was majoritively a poor matchup with the army that I had.
Yeah.
This is the army that he had brought, because he had a lot of big. Well, his army setup
Yeah.
was 2 tanks, plague burst crawlers, 3 squads of zombies, which were primarily there just to capture locations and bog down enemy infantry, and essentially 3 squads of Terminators.
Yeah. So all of his elite choices were Terminators.
Yes. It was when you're looking at a Tyranid army with essentially flesh borers, it's not good. It's not going to get through that armor unless everybody rolls once. It's like
Sad face.
Yeah, it was a sad face.
Yeah.
But, I actually liked how well they've simplified the game.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a lot.
I am ready to start taking this off the sprue and sticking it together. So the first things first, I'm just going to turn the instructions over so I can read them. First thing that goes on is the flag, which I've nicely painted in Macridge blue.
Thought you were going to take a swig of that glass of water there, Phil.
No, it's the
paint water, I know.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. That one was had a bit of metallic paint in it, so I like to keep like 2 glasses, one for like.
Yeah, metallic so that nothing ends up shiny, and then.
Yeah, you get like metallic paints have like those like flakes and I don't know if that's the right word, but it has.
Well,
like...
it is. It's flakes and flecks.
Oh yeah, okay. It's got flakes of like sparkly, and just in case like you water down like a base paint with it or a layer paint, and it's got like sparkly flecks in it. It's just.
I mean, I wouldn't mind actually seeing Games Workshop bring out more than just the standard metallic paints, you know, bronze, copper, bulk gunmetal, you know, brass, gold, silver. I'd like to see like some more metallic colours in there, like I think you would essentially say cobalt
Okay.
and like mica.
The whole model's got to stand on that little point nib there on top of a hovering bit of flag.
Look, Dave, I painted that model. I know how annoying it can be, but luckily it's almost like a flying base, essentially.
Yeah.
Just glue the arse end of your drone to it, and then stick everything else together. And then once that's dry. Put the rest of your drone onto it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hoo-ha!
Was that a sneeze?
No, that was just... When I took a drink, it went down the wrong hole.
You're drowning, man. You're drowning.
But it's a good way to go.
Oh yeah. Speaking of drowning in whatever you're drinking, what are you drinking? I know that you're drinking something interesting.
I am drinking some tasty Brewdog beer called United Planet. And I was like, oh, what is this? For it was in the co-op. I was like, I have not seen this flavour before.
Yes.
And it's kind of like a fruitier version of Punk.
Of the Punk IPA.
Yes. Which is very, very nice, and it goes down smooth.
Yeah.
Except when it goes into your lungs. Then it kind of goes down smooth in the wrong places.
Badger beer reviews. We need to make this a regular.
To be honest, if I did any form of beer review, what you would get off me is you would get taste, drinkability, probably how harsh it is.
Okay. That might go under taste.
So essentially flavour. Oh no, because you can get really, really tasty beers that are very, very harsh.
Okay.
Sort of like essentially smoothness.
Yeah.
Smoothness, taste. Cost.
Cost.
Cost per can. But I bought like a 4-pack of these little 300 mil cans for $5. So it was quite a busy expenditure.
Yeah.
Should I say? Especially for what is essentially tins of Coke.
Yeah, they're a little bit smaller. They're little stubby cans, aren't they?
Yarp. But it's nice stuff. And
So
obviously I don't neck the bloody stuff, so it's worth it per, drink.
Yeah. Okay, so that is the little drone that he's stood on. Okay, so that goes in there, does it? Okay.
Luckily, both of these guys have very, very little skin on them.
I'm holding this. It's there. Let's just move the camera down so you can see that's what I'm sticking. Just holding it on there.
You shouldn't have to hold that one too much, Dave.
It's okay. It's done.
And now you can actually stick your dude together. And by the time you stuck your two together, you should be able to stick the rest of the drone together on the base. Or stick his sheet on.
So let's get the little bits off the sprue.
Glorious planning.
It is. When you talk about beer reviews, I always think back to that day that I spent with Evis in a Wetherspoons.
Oh man, I think I only joined you for a few hours because I had bloody lectures.
Yeah.
So I kind of like came in, stayed for about an hour, had some chips, went to the next lecture, and by that time you two were already a bit away with the fairies.
So essentially, the Wetherspoons in Bangor has
Beer festival.
Yeah, it had a beer festival on. Every year, the Wetherspoons has beer festivals, and me and my mate Evis decided that we would spend essentially a whole day going through every beer on the bar and by the time we'd finished all of the beers that were on tap, they'd changed a couple of them. So then we had to go and have them as well. So I think all in all we must have had about 15 pints, and we kept a log of the beers. I wonder if Evis has still got the piece of paper we've written on. Probably not. I definitely didn't.
This is where he just draws it out of his wallet.
Yeah.
Like, behold the glory.
But yeah, and the first few reviews were like fairly cogent.
Then
They
it
sort
went downhill.
of made sense, and then it turned into pretentious waffle after I think it was about pint 6 or 7 where the quality of the reviews started to deteriorate significantly.
I remember it as well because there was a one called Titanic,
Oh yeah.
and it was actually quite nice.
Yeah, our review of it was like, I think we described it as tasting like dishwater.
So dishwater with a hint of fart. I think at that point you're just giving up on a standard bloody review system. You were like, sod it.
Yeah.
I've had too many tasty drinks.
Good times. It's a shame that I'm never going to be going into another Wetherspoons ever again, because their beer festivals were fun.
I think the last one that I went to, I was actually drinking with... I think I was drinking with Aubrey and Stevie.
Oh yeah.
And that is where I had the worst beer that I've ever drank in my entire life.
Oof.
It was a smoked beer,
All right.
and I like smoked sausage, right? But
I
I
know
don't
you
want
like
to.
sausage.
I don't want to drink smoked sausage. It tasted like smoked sausage, and I was like, I've had 2 mouthfuls of this. It's like a £3.50 drink. I can't actually finish this. It's like every swig was like a horrible forcing of liquid down my throat. It's like I don't want to swallow. It's just awful. It's guffing.
I don't want to swallow. It's just awful. It's guffing.
Yeah.
If I had quotes on my stream, that would
That's
be one of them.
Badger 2021. Don't
Right.
worry, I'm pretty sure like Daddy or Warrich has clipped this particular section. And then it'll turn up on
Yeah.
Twitter or Discord.
The sprue is empty. Now, the dude begins his building.
Oh, you're almost there, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to finish a model here, maybe. And it might even have time to actually tidy him up as well.
Alright.
I know.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have you seen the time?
Yes. But we did start a tiny bit late, so I don't know how long you guys want to go on for.
Well, we could wait
I
until...
was going to say, I'm probably going to wrap it up there for now. I'm going to have to get a lamp for my desk. So
Yeah.
I just,
Before you go, show us the model. I know your camera's not the best, but...
Show us your sister battle.
Your battle, sister!
again, one of the reasons you probably can't see is because the lighting here is so rubbish.
Yeah. I mean, that still looks pretty cool.
Got these, sorry, the name's sort of in the way there. These grass tufts.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just about see it.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, that I've glued on for like,
That is sweet. I need to stop basing my models seriously.
yeah, I'll show you what I've got. And you can get this from so many different websites, cheap as chips.
Is it flock?
Sand.
Oh,
yeah.
just literal
So-
literal sand.
But- To be honest, if you just go to like a pet store,
Get a
And get-
tub of
get like a reptile sand.
sand, and what you get is PVA glue. Don't use super glue or plastic glue, and you just, using an old brush, paint some PVA glue onto the base, you dip it in the tub of sand, you pull it out, and then you can paint the sand whatever colour you want. Like if you want a desert, you could paint it like sandy dust. If you want like mud, you could paint it brown. If you want
Nice.
concrete, you could paint it grey, and it's just...
Very versatile.
yeah.
Nice.
I've
Anyway,
gone
sir,
for
it's been
a
a pleasure.
brown.
Thank you so much for being here, Phil, and that was an extremely useful tidbit right there, and I will definitely consider it. I'll be down New Brighton Beach tomorrow with me bucket and spade.
Don't think that kind of sand would work, but
Just
Yep.
scoop it up, and there you go, a used condom.
Yeah, that Mersey
Anyway.
sand.
happy painting, lads. I'll catch you later.
I'll
Catch
see you then.
later. No,
It's alright. And then there were two.
once more.
Yes. Right. So this guy needs his. Oh, that's a circlet he's got on there. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. I just thought that was some arm. Oh, well, he got some painting yet to do on him before he's done.
Well, I am almost finished with this squad.
Nice.
There will be a few bits of touch-up that I need to do off camera, but for the most part, they will be done.
Excellent.
And I'm sure War Richard will be happy to have another 5 Scourges to add to the army.
Yes.
I won't, because Scourges are bullshit. That's just a lot of firepower for such a small squad.
Yeah. Oh, I've just realised I've done something that I shouldn't have. I've put the spear on before I've stuck the
The guy to the base.
no, before I've stuck the cloak on. The front end of the cloak.
You can slip it in.
I'm sure I can. I just need to figure out where it goes, to be honest.
Well, if people can see on my screen,
They can now because
well,
there's only
it's
two
sort
of
of
us.
like I have like the full bunch of dudes. I
There
still
you
need to
go.
wait until I need to wait until the arms dry before I can show you. Well, nah, I think I could get away with it. But come on, zoom in. Why is my light? Sorry, we got the creek. Zoom in. There we go.
Nice.
These models do look really, really good.
They do.
And these are like the original casts when the Dark Eldar were released. So these models haven't changed for a long time, but they still look amazing. There's me bat wings. Oh, good. I'll bring this one up as well, because he's got a feet,
Shit.
skin tone.
There we go. That's in there. This guy's only got one more thing to paint on him. Oh. Let me get me camera control up so you can it actually zooms itself in. It doesn't like zooming itself, so I'll have to do it manually.
Yeah. The touch-ups that I have left to do is they've got some rocks on the base, so I need to get the rocks done, and that should be it.
Right, there he is.
Oh, he's looking swifty, Dave.
Yeah, he's just got one more thing I need to stick on him, and that's on the back of him. And he's
Is it
definitely
his little shark fin thing?
yeah. And if I shove that on, there. Is it there? There you go. That's sort of popped in. And there's my ethereal.
I will get a picture to you on the
Yeah.
WhatsApp, so everything will be.
He is, I would say he is table ready, but I'm not. Obviously, like you can see this whole crease here, where it's sort of stuck on this this second bit of the coat there. I need to
go
paint
over
that.
with a couple of thick coats of the red. And
Yeah.
it should be good.
Yeah, there he is. He's riding atop a downed flag from the Ultramarines. He needs to get his face done. He needs some eyes. It's sort of just blue at the moment. A little bit of white and null oil will sort that, I think.
Yes.
Yes, it will.
I do like the way that you've got the staff done.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, I think. So, yeah. So do you think that's it from us?
For the moment, yes.
All right.
We are actually running a little earlier, by about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we usually start at 6:30, and we started at 7, and now we tend to run till about 9 o'clock, almost 9:30. So
Yeah,
I think we did good. We completed everything that we needed to.
we did. And so, Mr. Badger, tell
Yes.
us about your streams.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can join me on Thursdays, 12 p.m. GMT, as I continue my Herculean quest to clear my backlog. And that is a vast variety of models, everything from Warhammer through to other board games, Resident Evil 2, Claustrophobia, Arcadia Quest, Tidal Blaze, whatever I've been given for the time being. So you can join me on Thursdays for that. Of course, you can join me and the Wizard, Howdo, here for Dave's Paint Club, but I'll let him tell you about that.
Yeah, so thank you so much to Daddy and Rich for being here. Thank you so much to Daddy for the sub. That means a lot to us. Hello, Luke. Can I help you?
He says, I want sex.
He does. Right, so we stream 4 times a week here. All of my VODs, including the earlier episodes of the Paint Club, are going up on Twitch as we speak. I think episodes 1, 2 and 3 are already there. All of my finished Let's Plays are up. I'm just starting to just dump everything onto Twitch, so feel free to go and peruse at your leisure all of our old Let's Plays, our old videos and such. Let's have a look and see if anyone is on and wants us to go and raid at them.
Drop in. Like it's hot.
No, there isn't. Okay, so in that case, what we'll do is we'll just say thank you and goodbye. Ta-ra!
Doodles.